friend. I trust all of you and your dear ones are doing well and keeping safe at this hour of global pandemic. Honestly, I'm a little concerned about what is all going around. Being a psychologist and looking from psychological point of view, I would like to share some of very important aspects that are otherwise getting unnoticed in this entire scenario. A lot of awareness we are sharing about COVID-19. We are sharing the updates every day. A lot of awareness is there. But awareness for mental health equally requires attention here. People are too much under fear that is further leading to anxiety, depression, and other mental disorders. There's a lot of chaos and people are very scared. Understand, friends, fear is also contagious like COVID-19. Together we can fight this pandemic and we are already doing it. But it is also at the same time, we need to be aware and sensitive and work towards the safety and mental health of our and our loved ones. No doubt that it is a time that we need to be a little alert, but we also need to be hopeful and have faith. We know that globally we are sailing in the same boat, and as they say, shared pain and problems bring people together. Need to understand that every problem and difficulty or difficult situation always has a reason and something for us to learn and provide a kind of insight to us. So thinking about that and understanding this concept, we have to understand that from last 2 decades, from 2000 onwards, corporate culture has actually taken a toll over our marriages, our health. There were long travels, high expectations, extreme pressures, corporate politics and stresses which we have actually dealt with. So all this started to cause a distance in personal relationship, less family time, lack of eye contact, less intimacy, more lonely and more logical we were becoming at that point of time. There was a lot of confusion and discord. The close bonds were kind of a myth. The only bond we could relate with was office and colleagues. We communicated more on the client calls rather than with our partner, friends and the family and kids. With this enforced shutting down of offices, schools and shopping malls, movie halls, this has given us an opportunity for family members to be together under one roof and at the same time. This situation is giving everyone ample time to be with each other and spend more quality time with each other. But the opposite is happening. Now we are more worried about the businesses, work, marital discords are getting on a higher rate, and actually too because we are spending too much time at home. We don't know what to do with it. So this is a sudden change for us, and for some time it may make us feel a little lost. But understand, it is not going to be the same always, and this situation is temporary. So we must treat it as a blessed family time in spite of these temporary difficulties that we are facing. So many calls I'm getting for discussion over marital discord, which I will be talking in length in my next video. I want to talk about it separately in a separate video. But for now, I will like to share something which I'd share with people who call me for a marital discord and why it is happening. So why it is happening? Because any marital discord, if you facing, that is because there is a need of a good communication between you two. So always leave open the channel of communication with your loved ones and never seal them. And some people then further tell me that they face difficulty in expressing themselves and face a lot of difficulties in expressing their words. Then I tell them further that, my dear, this is a time when you can actually spend on yourself and learn online classes where you are learning about communication skills, developing bonds, improving communication, how to choose correct words in a communication, in a conversation. So this is the time when you can spend on your own efficiencies, on your own growths. So you can attend those classes, and I definitely recommend that. This is the time when you can actually work upon yourself. So how to build positive bonds. This is the time. Understand, use right words for right results. Wrong words will always lead to wrong results. Understand, if you do not know what words are you choosing and actually feeling literally utterly confused in a relationship, I will suggest you to take professional help in that point of time. Seek help. And this is also a time when we may feel that we are missing so much, maybe revenues, profits, going out, our freedom. But do we know that we have missed ourselves and were rather lost in the crowd? Treat this time as blessed time to reconnect with yourself, introspect, reevaluate in life, plan for future. It gives you deep insights. This is a time to meditate, go inward. Remember, this is a temporary phase. This is gonna end soon. This is not forever. Let this positive intention and energy go out from you to your loved ones, into your family, and so that together you can win over the situation. To finally conclude, I will suggest 8 very important points that can help us attain healthy mindset and healthy family life to be practiced in this lockdown especially. Number 1 is we have to promise ourselves that we will not share any fear generating messages or any details to be related to corona or any other topic. We need to be conscious and responsible before we are sharing any kind of a forward on WhatsApp or any details with our loved ones. We don't want them to be fearful, do we? So don't send any that fear generating energies to them. Be responsible before you send any message and forward any message. Number 2 is before the bedtime and even right after getting up in the morning, we should be away from the mobile and unwanted web searches related to corona symptoms, updates, or any other diseases. So some people are in habit of searching symptoms of any kind of disease. So they keep searching at their bedtime and early in the morning they do that. So don't read this online, especially about the diseases. This is not healthy. We have enough time throughout the day to get the updates of the world and corona updates. So don't do it at the bedtime and early in the morning, because the fear gets registered directly into your subconscious mind that point of time, because subconscious is very sensitive at this particular time, your bedtime and early in the morning. So avoid any such reading online this particular time. Okay. The number 3 is spend some time in the nature, in the balcony, in the passage, anywhere where you get open air and sunlight. Sit with the plants, with green plants in the nature. That really helps in lowering down the anxiety. Number 4 is keep yourself well hydrated, because hydration helps in lowering anxiety and overthinking. So overthinking is that what we need to get checked, which I will be talking in detail in the next video, another video about overthinking and anxiety. Number 5 is if you are experiencing a little mood swings or you're getting irritated and you're feeling that you're easily getting upset and irritation is increasing, so this is a time for you to understand that your mind is becoming sensitive towards this sudden change and uncertainty, and it needs a break. And try watching some light comedy, good music, fun stuff, some comedy, family shows. Give your mind a little rest. It is actually your mind is taking time to adjust. So help it. 6th point would be that this is the time to learn a good philosophy of life from our elders. We have parents at home, we have elders at home. So this is a time to sit with them and learn some how, because they have a long journey this life. So learn good philosophy of life. Hug them, give them a hug, show that you love them. So every day give your loved ones a hug, touch them, hold them, show love, and thank God that you can still hold them when the world is under such a chaos, isolated, quarantine. So you can still hold them. So be in that gratitude state of mind that you can show your loved ones the love and you are with them under one roof. So according to WHO also, Five hugs a day lowers the anxiety level. So promise yourself that you will be giving hugs to your loved ones every day. People who do not have friends or family here and living away from the family in PG or separate, there is so you don't need to worry. You can give hug to yourself and tell yourself that I'm enough. I'm enough. So this gives you a lot security, sense of security. So number 7, I will move forward to number 7. The number 7 is that every day try to be a little creative. Everybody is gifted with some or the other creativity. Some are very good in writing, some are very good in cooking, some are very good in creating best out of waste, some are very good in sketching, painting, singing, dancing. So everybody is gifted. Believe that everybody is gifted with a creativity. Say for example, you don't want to do anything, then create ideas. Write your ideas on a piece of paper. That also helps. So number 8, I would go with the last but not the least, which we cannot miss especially in the lockdown. Never forget to exercise, especially the breathing exercise, because the breathing exercise pranayam helps in balancing your thoughts and controlling the overthinking. And still, if you feel that you are feeling lonely and not finding anyone to share, don't hesitate to take professional help at that point of time. People who seek professional help at the right time, they are wiser. It's wise to seek professional help. At last, I just want to say that we have to shift our perspective to a point that where we have to think and believe that every problem is an opportunity. We need to search that opportunity for ourselves in this problem of COVID-19. What is that opportunity for you? I really wish you a safe, healthy family life and a very good mental health. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.